Welcome back to the house, and thanks for being our guest today. Before y'all come on in, I just want to remind everyone we're just a couple of dudes talking about things we love with ground-level insight and sometimes terrible takes. We're not experts on all the matters, so let's remember all opinions are welcome in the house. So come on in, grab the old jockstrap and batarang for this special crossover draft. Welcome back to the house, my friends. We're so glad you guys are coming over to the house to hang with me and my co-host over here. I am your host, Noah Marano, back with my co-host and producer, G.I. Josmanni.
Hey, G.I. Joes were definitely my favorite action figures growing up. And I'm sad I'm not using their IP today, but that's okay.
That's okay.
They're to come.
We do got some good stuff on the horizon for you guys. If you guys are joining us on the YouTube channel, watching us here, hey, thanks. We appreciate y'all. Go check us out on Spotify and Apple Music. Unless you're listening there already, we thank you guys for subscribing. We thank you guys for listening. Drop a follow, drop a like, drop a comment, whatever it is you can drop. If you are happening to view this on TikTok, congrats.
Hey.
You're one of the few.
Nice.
Welcome. We've got a special episode for you guys today because obviously there's not really much content going around for the nerd stuff in this current moment. We've already reviewed Creature Commandos, already talked about all the cool news with Superman and whatnot. We do have Captain America on the horizon.
Yep.
So hopefully that's not bad. We'll be back to review that here in a couple weeks. But today we do have a special episode in mind for you guys. If you guys were around with us since the beginning of the podcast, we did a very fun episode a while ago before the NFL season where we drafted a full roster of Marvel MCU characters and respectively put them into different positions on the field, both defense, both offense, coaching positions. We'll get into who's that. And we decided to field a full team of MCU participants. It was very fun.
Made a whole football team.
A whole football team. It was rocking. And I will say, I know we don't have too many listeners on here. I have seen a couple of people follow suit and copy us.
Hey.
And that's okay. We don't have a large audience, but we did it first.
We did. And we had a lot of fun.
That's all that matters.
We had a lot of fun doing it.
That's all that matters. So, listen, we're going to get right into it. I'm going to explain some of the rules about what we can and can't do. We're going to adhere to the same rules as Marvel. We are forming a full league, so this will not be the last draft we do.
No.
And we will have a full-blown tournament come some point
we're
in the future.
Have a full season, actually.
Yeah, it's going to be insane. Honestly,
it's going to be a
that's
full
going to go kind of crazy.
18-week season.
We're going to commissioner it up. We're going to put the schedule out and everything. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So listen, we are doing DC characters only today. That is the full range of DC Comics, DCU, Snyderverse movies, animated movies. All of it. I know we limited ourselves to just MCU characters last time. That's because, obviously, with the current landscape we're in, MCU's a lot bigger right now. But hey, we're getting into the DC times. It might be the time of the DC. So we are here to do a DC draft. All DC characters are on the board. No Sony characters, no Marvel characters, no Fox can appear in this draft. You can choose players and who have powers, but you have to be careful about the powers you pick. Because they can only use powers that are strictly limited to both physical and technological prowess. So, characters like Superman could use his strength, could use some flight, but he cannot use his eye laser beams.
Yes.
Okay. Can't use his frost breath.
Nope.
Can maybe use some super speed. That's kind of physical stuff.
That's physical.
Flash can use super speed.
Yes.
But can't use any Speed Force nonsense.
No, he can't go back in time.
Yeah,
can't reverse a play.
Yep.
Maybe if a challenge flag is thrown, he can rewind.
Maybe he can just be the guy up in the booth that reviews the plays, so they can get reviewed faster.
He goes back in time.
Yeah,
sees it,
gets real close,
confirms it, comes back to the future, makes the
and
ball.
he can do that all in slow motion and do that quicker than you're imagining. At the same time.
Because you could say, "Hey, Flash, we need you to," and then he's already got your answer.
I got it. That's a good challenge. That's good. Successful.
That's good. You get your timeout back.
All right, and then also, we did this last time with 3 people, so the way we do this is gonna be a little different. We're not gonna have a challenge flag like we did last time or a veto. We're just gonna kind of go back and forth. We'll debate. We've got some characters that may overlap. We'll see. And then we will be spinning a wheel this time to determine what position we're picking rather than just going back and forth and nominating someone this time. Yes. So we will spin the wheel, we'll get a position, and then we will both probably nominate a character unless it is the same character, and then we'll go back and forth on who we think is the best fit for that position. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the rules. Joe, you have some formations you want to lay out for us for all the For all the football people here who are joining our nerd podcast.
Yes, this is a great crossover. Obviously, we have a sports podcast
Indeed.
where we discuss, football, basketball, all things sports. There, then we have our Nerdverse, and so all the nerd content that comes out, movies, shows, we cover it. So it is a fun little crossover. Both this episode will be posted on both platforms, so both audiences get to kind of look into it. But for those of you who may know a little bit about football, or those of you who don't know about football, we're just gonna run a basic offense. So it's just all you're gonna have is typically in football you have 5 offensive linemen. So you have 5 offensive linemen, you have 1 quarterback, you have 1 running back. We're going to have 3 wide receivers and 1 tight end. So obviously your wide receivers are the people that run out, go and catch the ball. Your tight end, depending on what you're doing, he's either blocking or he's running a route and he's catching the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Your running back is either running with the ball or blocking.
Mm-hmm.
Your quarterback typically always has the ball every play. He's either giving it to the running back or he's making a pass to his wide receivers. And then your offensive linemen, they're your big boys there to protect. They're there to protect their quarterback. And on the defensive end, we're going to have 4 defensive linemen. So, 4 big boys. Their job, hey, go get the quarterback.
You see him?
You go get him.
Attack.
Then you've got 2 linebackers. So those are your guys who are going to be kind of like stopping the running back, and they're also going to be kind of covering some of the receivers, and they're also going to be kind of, maybe going and getting the quarterback, depending. So they're kind of like
the middle of the field.
They're like your versatile.
Yeah.
They can do it all.
Yep.
Then you've got your cornerbacks. So these are your savvy, agility guys. They're going to be guarding the wide receivers.
Yeah.
So they've got to be agile. They've got to be able to they got to be smart. They got to be able to jump really high and get the ball. So that's kind of your corners. Then you have your safeties. These are the guys who are going to be all the way in the back. They're the ones that can see the whole field.
Yes.
They kind of can see everything that's happening in front of them because everything is happening in front. They're going to be your coverage guys. So they're the ones that are kind of dropping back and they're helping the corners play the receivers. They're helping the linebackers in the run game. They're also kind of doing a little bit of everything. Typically more agile than your linebackers. And typically a little bit taller as well. So that's just a little bit of a breakdown of positions. We're going to have 4 linemen, 2 linebackers, 3 corners, 2 safeties.
Okay.
Then you have your coaches. You got your head coach. That's going to be the main guy, head honcho. He's the one that's in charge of the locker room. Okay, who's going to bring the team together. You've got your offensive coordinator. Essentially, they're just going to be calling the offensive plays. You got your defensive coordinator. They're going to be calling your defensive plays.
Excellent.
You've got a kicker. They're going to kick the ball through
Yep.
right through the uprights. Then you've got a punter. If it's too far to kick it through the uprights, they're going to be punting the ball to the other team. Outside of that, we also have a mascot. So someone's going to represent our team. And I think that covers about everything.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Every position. So,
yeah, we're going to jump right into this.
let's just get into it.
Like I said, we're going to spin this wheel. We'll get the character first, and then we will see, where we go from there. We'll both nominate somebody. So
Cool.
I'd say go ahead and spin that wheel.
All right. I say you go first if you're cool with that.
Sure.
You're good to go first?
I'm down.
All right, let's do it. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel. And we've got, you have to select our defensive tackle.
See, okay, so the hardest part about doing these drafts, I noticed this last time, is between defensive and offensive line, it's like they're both strong. So what strong characters do you? It's a little bit more. There's a little more nuance involved in where you put the players because obviously I got a strong guy. He could play defensive, but he could also be an offensive blocker. So you said D tackle, right?
D tackle.
Ooh man, we got some strong boys that we can consider.
Yeah. And this is your pick. I'm not gonna. You kind of make the pick
again because it's tough because I'm trying to think of who would I rather have on the defensive line versus the offensive line.
Yeah, it's hard.
That's the
because
tough part.
Essentially you need to think of 9 big guys.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've got and DC is not my neck of the woods. I know what I know, and I don't know much more past that. So I know you get a little you're elbow deep in the DC bag. I'm about forearm deep. Maybe even wrist deep.
Yeah.
So I've got limited knowledge, but defensive tackle.
Man, this is tough. I've got a character in mind just because I think if I'm imagining if he would be on on the offensive line, I don't know if I want him on the offensive line. Man, I can't really say that either. That's tough. 'Cause like we might just have to pick like a strong character that we really want
I
to
mean,
go
this
here.
is your guy, like most likely getting double teamed
Yeah.
by the guard in the center.
Yeah.
So you want like a big guy. You want like a Chris Jones.
Yeah.
You want like an Aaron Donald.
Somebody who can just cause some absolute havoc on the inside.
Like even though they're getting double teamed, they can win the double team sometimes. You know. So who do you got in mind?
It's like who's gonna beat that double team? Honestly, like I feel like this might be an easier pick than I'm making it out to be, and I'm just gonna put this guy out here because I do think he could be the other type, but I kind of want Bane here in this position.
Okay.
Mainly just because like he's a bigger body. He's not one of the strongest characters, but he's just a bigger body to plug the hole.
Okay.
And I first thing I was thinking is like would he be better as a DN?
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking a little bit, but
I think there are better characters we could put at DN.
okay.
Do you want to hear my other guy I'm going back and forth between this guy
Yeah.
is Doomsday.
Okay.
Where are we at with Is Doomsday kind of more in the realm of
That's kind of what I was thinking. I was thinking Doomsday for two positions, one on the defensive, one on the offensive.
Okay. Yeah.
I think better on the defensive.
Mm-hmm.
If we put him on the defensive side, we really need to make sure we got the O-line good because Doomsday is a problem.
I know. I agree.
He is a problem.
I completely agree.
That being said, he's being double teamed, so it's like he's one of the only players that's getting double teamed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can have two like maybe not. What I'm saying is on the offensive side, you don't need a 1-for-1 match of like match him.
Yeah.
Because you're having two that are going to go against him.
Yes.
So it's like, not that he gets nerfed at all, but
we're gonna have to put somebody on the offensive line that can stand up.
Two.
Center wise is gonna be pretty tough.
Yeah.
I do have a pick for going there.
Okay.
It's gonna be an interesting one.
Okay.
I've got two ideas for that. So
who are you going for D tackle? I mean, it's your choice. Both are good.
I think I'm gonna pick Doomsday.
Okay.
It's gonna be a tough offensive matchup.
He's gonna wreak havoc.
He's gonna wreak havoc.
Not only against his own team in practice, but I'm talking about once we establish this league. I don't know offensive line that can really guard Doomsday.
But I've got some offensive mind characters that I think can withstand the absolute barrage that this creature is going to put on them.
Yeah. All right. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
Yes. So Doomsday.
Let's go ahead. I know he was on my list. Let me find him. Okay. You ready for the next one?
Yes.
Okay. I got defensive coordinator.
Oh, I'm so glad we're here already. I'm so glad we're here already. Because coaches, I think, actually might be the funnest part of this draft.
No, the coaches are great. They're great. And me personally, have a certain, how you call, identity.
Yes.
When it comes to defensive coordinators. Now, I have a great OC. I have a great DC.
Okay.
Defensive coordinator, I don't know if you really can change my mind. He is an iconic character.
Yes.
And he really won't find his way on the football field.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the Joker.
See, I knew you were going to go this route. I really did. My only argument is I understand. If you weren't here with us the last time, we decided our Green Goblin would be the defensive coordinator.
Yes.
Stupendous pick.
This is their Green Goblin.
That might honestly be like our Hall of Fame pick so far.
It's so good.
So here's my only problem with Joker is that he cares a little bit too much about chaos. And so while you're thinking like, okay, good thing, he's going to cause chaos in the defense. But like, is there actually going to be enough order between the defensive players that we're going to actually be able to put schemes on the field to guard people?
You got to think though, but for him to get to the chaos, there's a lot of planning.
Okay.
A lot of planning. So it's not like sometimes he does go willy-nilly and it's just chaos. But like, you got to think like, sometimes he's like a step ahead of Batman. And that says a lot.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, and yes, he gets caught by Batman all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, he gives him problems. And it's not because Joker physically overpowers Batman. Because he quite literally never will.
1,000%.
It's all psychological.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he's more of like a spaz defensive coordinator.
Okay.
He's like a he's gonna play mind games. Really good against scheming against a quarterback.
Yeah.
He's really good against scheming against your leader because at the end of the day, he is obsessed with beating out your hero. And that's going to make for also some very chaotic blitzes, some very chaotic, like weird coverages, weird shells.
Yeah.
You're really not going to know what he's running until you hike the ball and you're just getting sacked.
That's fair. Can I present to you some alternatives?
Okay.
And really, I think I only really have two. And Joker presents a problem for who I want for my head coach. So we'll get to that eventually. My two defensive coordinators I would say I'd put on the board are Amanda Waller.
Okay.
I think can provide as much chaos, maybe not as much chaos, can provide chaos that you're looking for. But in a much more structured way.
Yeah.
But maybe is not the smartest because she gets out schemed a lot of times.
Yeah.
Someone who doesn't get out schemed a lot of times is menacing. Not as much chaos, more structured, pick you apart defense. Lex Luthor.
Ooh.
See, I don't know where Lex is going to find his way into this draft if we don't put
But he
in...
has this... Doesn't he have a big suit?
He does, but like... we really going to want Lex out there on the field in his suit?
I mean...
Maybe. Maybe.
Jason Kelsey?
But like where?
Jason Kelsey.
You going to put him up against Doomsday?
He's not by himself.
Maybe
he doubles the other guy.
I think Lex would be better served with his mind in this game. And I think if I want a smarter defense that's actually going to tear apart an offense, I think I'd rather have Lex.
I like Lex.
I don't hate the Joker pick, but I'm just saying I think I'd rather have somebody who's a little more structured.
But we're saying if Joker's not here, he's not anywhere.
I mean, I have a spot for him.
Because I have every other spot kind of thought out. And it's just like, I really want him on our team.
I feel like if there's going to be something that tears down our team, it's going to be Joker's scheme. It's going to be
but it's fun.
If there's a weak point.
You never know what's happening.
Listen.
I do like Lex.
I presented my case for Lex. I'll let you... if you really want to take Joker, we can take Joker. But I do think Lex is a better pick.
Okay. I'm gonna stay Joker. Because Lex could be service on the football field.
This is gonna get
he could be.
This
Joker
is gonna
can't.
get interesting as we get to other positions that we need to fill.
Yes, it is. Now when I'm thinking defensive players, I'm thinking schemes. And I'm thinking about my guy. You ready for your pick?
Doomsday is a perfect tandem with Joker.
Joker's he's gonna love him. That's his like franchise tag.
That's his Aaron Donald right there.
Oh yeah, that's his guy. You ready for your pick?
Yeah, I'm ready for my pick.
All right. You have to select our cornerback. Cornerback 2, it says. So, I mean, just one of the...
So, you want to distinguish between our cornerbacks? We had to do this a little bit last time.
Yeah, so cornerback 1 is typically guarding their best receiver. I mean, it's a little different. Yeah, it's a little different in scheme. Let's just say if you're looking at the defense, your cornerback 1 is your right side corner. Your cornerback 2 is your left side corner. And your cornerback 3 is your slot corner.
Yeah.
So they're more the middle, kind of like kind of middle of the field.
Yeah, I got you.
So cornerback 1 and 2 are going to be your outside guys. So they're guarding the really big receivers. So that's a basic breakdown I can kind of give you.
Cornerback 1s are guarding the big X's, right?
Yeah.
Kind of switches.
It demand, yeah. It kind of switches.
If we're playing man, I guess he's gonna follow.
So cornerback 2, you're picking cornerback 2, so it's like not our best corner, but our second best.
And that's why I'm restraining myself here because I do have a pick for our best corner.
Okay.
I don't know if you're gonna agree with me, but I think you will after I make.
Yeah,
the case.
Probably. I mean,
but I'm gonna go cornerback 2 because I feel like he's just a solid. I don't feel like he'll get picked on. He's a frisky player.
Okay, I like frisky.
He's frisky, and he's not going to take shit.
Okay.
From any receiver.
Oh, I like that. Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah, not quite as
aggressive
as Marshawn, but more like a Darrelle Revis type. Not going to take shit.
Okay.
He's just going to do his business and get in there and get out.
Oh, I like that.
I'm gonna present to you John Stewart. the Green Lantern.
Okay, John Stewart.
He's an army man, military man, and he's gonna keep on getting up.
Okay,
I don't care how many times you throw the ball his way and it's a completion. He's gonna keep attacking,
heard.
and he's not gonna let that get him down.
So it's important to note with the ring,
Yes.
he can't make anything.
Yeah.
He can't like grab the ball.
Yes.
He can enhance himself.
Yes, with like their little green force bubble thing.
Yes, and he can like fly,
Yeah.
but he can't like grab the ball.
He's
make a baseball
enhancing
glove.
his physical prowess.
Yes.
So, and I think too, what's good about John here and why I like a Green Lantern is because, like I said, you keep throwing at him, his willpower ain't going away.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna will himself to keep playing defense like, on the outside, and that's gonna help him too because like as his will grows, he's gonna be able to get more confident, and he makes a play.
Okay.
Like y'all are in a bad situation.
He's cooking.
He's cooking.
Like,
He's cooking.
he's like, I'm here.
So that's one. There are definitely a lot of different directions we could go with cornerback. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's quite. I feel like there's a good amount of picks on the board. But yeah. So what do you think about that? Do you have anybody else off the top of your head?
I'm struggling. So I'm just taking picks as they come, and I'm just trying to like make it work. I don't have a counter for you. I like your explanation. And I'm rocking with John Stewart.
If we really want to go chaos team for the defense, there's a lot of chaotic players we could go with, man. There is a lot.
Yeah. So I'm good with that. John Stewart.
I feel like we need a level head on the defense too.
That's fair.
Just one.
That's fair. All right. I've got our right tackle.
Okay.
So right tackle is not the most. It depends who our quarterback is, but I think our quarterback will be right-handed most likely. Depends who our quarterback is. Not the most important part of the O-line, but still important. Obviously, they're going to be guarding the defensive ends, who are typically a little bit quicker. So they got to have good feet, good footwork.
Yeah.
So that being said, right tackle, I am thinking.
The big boys are tough.
Yeah.
The big boys are really tough. I've got some heavy weight that we could put out there, but big boys are tough. You really don't want to take like your guys you think could be great defensive ends.
Yeah, you don't want to take them, and then you don't want to. You know, he has to be a little bit bigger, but he doesn't have to be the biggest guy. Tackles are they're typically pretty big.
Yeah.
So I'm looking through my list. I think I'm gonna save him. I'm gonna go. What do you think about the cyborg pick?
Cyborg pick for the line. Honestly, I don't hate this because like I'm wondering where else we could put him on the field.
Yeah.
Strength wise, he's not going crazy, but he's got enough smarts to like make the right blocks.
And it's like right tackle, so it's not like, and I don't want him at end.
No. Yeah, interior wise though, you really want him on the interior. He's gonna be a small.
He's not
piece.
interior. He's right tackle. He's the end.
Oh, he's
outside.
tackle. We're talking tackle. Okay.
Yeah, I have somebody for guards.
If that's the case, I don't hate it because you don't need an otherworldly blocker.
And you have to be you got to be nimble because like your ends are gonna be quick. So you gotta have good footwork.
I'm trying to think of like where else Cyborg would fit in this if he didn't fit here.
Like I wouldn't want to put him anywhere else
because I do have some other offensive linemen that do have some weight to them. If you really want to get into
go ahead and propose one.
So right tackle wise, I've got.
But if he's not here, I don't want him at guard.
Who? Cyborg?
Yeah.
No, if he's not here, he's probably not on the line.
Yeah.
He's probably somewhere else.
Oh, I don't know if he's making the team.
He was a football player. That is part of his mythos.
Yeah.
So he was the I believe the quarterback for his team. Man, okay, I've got 4 characters I'm thinking for the offensive line right now.
It's just I don't want you to spoil too much of your list.
I'm not.
I mean, no, say all 4.
You want me to say all 4 right now?
Yeah, because it'll help me out as well.
All right, my 4 top linemen that I really want right now. Solomon Grundy.
Who's that?
You ever play Injustice?
Yeah.
He's the zombie.
Okay.
He's the big zombie. He's just a big dude. Like he can. I would probably want him better service as like a guard. Rather than that, but and then one player I have in here to potentially divert Doomsday is the anti-monitor.
Yeah, he'd be an inside guy. He's a big boy.
No, that's what I'm saying. So like if he'd be kind of a guard situation that I would pair against the anti-monitor. And then 2 outside picks that I'm kind of thinking that are big, can get big, but a little bit more nimble, can move around and be a little bit more diverse. Swamp Thing.
See, I was thinking him as he's slow.
But here's the thing, is he's in the ground. So like he can technically kind of just like reach an arm up if he really needs to make the extra block.
Okay,
if he really needs to.
I see what you're saying.
And then my other.
So I had Swamp Thing on mine too.
Okay, so my other outside pick that's like kind of like a reach, but I think she could work is Giganta. I think she's called. Mainly because she can just match size.
Okay.
And she can move. Like she's just burly, but she can move around, but she can match size, which is important.
I think I like
you know
her
what I
at
mean?
right tackle.
It's kind of like it kind of works. And I don't want to reveal my center pick. I've got a very sneaky center pick that I'm gonna have to probably convince you on, but I've got one.
Let's do Giganta at right tackle.
Giganta.
I like that.
Giganta at right tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of, for those of you who don't know, I mean, like that's definitely a little bit deeper of a pick. I'm not sure if she typically makes any of these teams, but
I like it.
Women. I like the diversity.
I like women.
Yeah, diversity.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. Giganta.
All
right, your pick. I'm gonna go ahead and spin for you. You have to pick our tight end.
Ooh.
So this has got to be a guy who could block, but also a guy who, get down, make a catch. Your Travis Kelce.
He's got to make the catch. All right, I got one here.
Okay.
Shazam.
Ooh, okay.
He just gives me the Travis Kelce energy.
He does.
He just gives me the kid-like love for football.
Yeah.
He's going to do what he needs to do for the team, but also, like, he's got the physical prowess to go make the catch when you need to.
Isn't
to get open.
Isn't he, like...
He's also quick.
Not comparable to Superman, but, like...
He's in his technically Shazam, considering he's magical, which is a Superman weakness, he definitely can hold his own against Superman and Kryptonians.
But, like, as far as when he is Shazam...
Oh, yeah.
His physical abilities...
They're up there.
They're up there.
Yes.
I'm not saying he's Superman, but I'm saying...
No, he can compete.
In the stratosphere.
Yeah. Like, if he needs to throw a chip block on somebody...
He can hit him hard.
He can hit him hard. He also is shifty. He can move.
He can move. And then you think you're going to tackle him? Shazam.
Yep. So... And then
he's a kid.
And then he Shazam's back. So Shazam's down through your legs. Shazam's back.
And then you're about to hit him.
Yeah.
Shazam. And then he eats it.
All
right, I like Shazam.
So I like Shazam just because he's very Travis Kelce to me. That's like the biggest reason why.
Yeah.
It honestly is.
He's got the swagger.
He's got
swagger for sure.
The comedian aspect to him.
For sure. A little goofy.
Yeah, a little goofy.
Cool. I like it. I don't hate it at all. Okay, I got kicker.
Okay.
This one, pretty easy. I think I'm just gonna go dead shot.
Okay. Okay. No, I actually like this. Yeah.
Doesn't miss.
So this would be a reach at quarterback, but do you not think he would? Because we kind of went Hawkeye last time for quarterback.
Yeah. We did.
I'm good to go a different route.
I've got. Yeah,
you got some good quarterback picks. I feel like I've got some okay.
And at this point, it's like, listen, offense stalled out a little bit.
Yeah.
We need a deeper one.
Yeah.
I trust him.
Yeah, I agree.
He's gonna calculate the wind.
Yeah. Got his little
scope. And it's also like Will Smith.
Yeah,
but it has to be Will Smith.
Fair enough. Yeah, it has nobody else.
Nobody else.
Would he be the? Is there another black kicker in the league? Can you think of one?
No, I can't think of one off the top of my head. I know
that's currently in the league.
I know what the Titans
like kicking field goals, not punts.
I know the Titans running back that like also kicked. I think it was the Titans running back also like kicked a field goal or two.
Yeah.
But no, I can't. So
that's kind of insane. That's kind of
funny. But yeah, I've got dead shot. You cool with that?
Yeah, totally cool with that.
Cool. All right. On to the next. Mascot. So you got.
Oh.
You got mascot.
I had one earlier. I did think this as an alternative for the Joker, the Fighting Jokers.
Okay. That could have been funny.
But I think there's really one main character that I'm really thinking of that I feel like it just okay, it's two. It just has to be one of these characters. I don't think anybody else.
Okay.
And I'll let you decide between the two of them.
Okay.
Crypto the Superdog. I mean, listen, just iconic.
Yeah.
The iconic
The dogs.
American pet.
The dogs.
The dogs. The cryptos.
The crypto dogs.
Is that a Bitcoin chain? Should we buy on that? Should
I
we
don't
buy? My other option is Beast Boy
Okay.
because he can be everything.
Yes.
We can just change all the time
Depending
depending on what he's feeling.
I have Beast Boy somewhere else.
Oh, do
so
you?
Let's
Okay.
go crypto.
So you go with crypto? Okay. I'm good with
Crypto.
crypto. We also do have to pick an. I remember we picked an arena at the end of this last time, and I can't find the list as of this moment.
Did we pick an arena?
I think so. We picked like where we're playing and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then I don't know if we actually picked a GM last time, but we should pick a GM.
That
this
was a
time.
different series we did.
Gotcha.
Where we picked
gotcha,
the GM.
Gotcha.
I've got linebacker 1.
So what are we calling this? Are we calling this the Mike?
Yeah.
So this is middle linebacker.
This is like the main middle linebacker.
Oh
tough,
man, there's so many
tough.
different
That's a
ways
lot
you
of-
could go for this.
That's
bro.
a lot of weight on my shoulders.
I had a character off rip that I thought would be great for this, and I unfortunately had to move him somewhere else, just because I think we need him somewhere else based on the Doomsday pick. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
So let's just say actually for this linebacker, it's just we're just gonna pick one of the linebackers.
Yeah,
We can choose who's the Mike after. It
Sure.
doesn't matter.
sure.
And the Mike can change. So just one of the linebackers.
Okay. Gosh, there's so many like diverse characters on the board.
So many good picks. Oh man, I'm not gonna. This is pretty good. Thoughts on Wonder Woman?
Okay.
You kind of cooking with
Wait,
that?
no, I kind of like this. Hold on.
Yo, she's strong.
She's strong as hell.
fast.
She's a physical animal.
Physical animal.
And also, though, like, if we do need a leader in the middle of the field, she definitely could do it. Like, definitely could do it.
Definitely could.
Yeah, no, I'm actually fucking with this heavy.
Did I just cook? Wait, did I just cook?
Let him cook. No, I think that's awesome. I actually really like that.
Physical animal.
I'm trying to think of like where else I would put her. And like while she could be in other positions.
I mean, I'm talking about fundamentals.
yeah.
She's gonna rap.
She is.
Form
She's
tackle.
gonna hit you with the shoulder in the chest right
yeah,
there,
no,
bro.
like form tackle. She's not gonna let you fight for extra yards.
No, not
She's
at all.
taking you down. She's just all about business.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. I like this.
All right, cool.
I like this a lot.
I'm glad
I
you do.
actually really like this.
That was a lot of pressure. That was a lot of pressure.
And you delivered.
Hey,
you really
there we
did.
go.
You really did.
Huge.
The Amazonian queen herself.
The Amazonian
I love that,
queen.
actually. I love that.
All right, cool. All right,
Hey,
you're,
look at us with being diverse.
hey, we're going. All right, you've got don't worry about the number wide receiver 3, just a wide receiver.
A wide
we
receiver.
We can move them around. and
Okay,
whatnot.
okay. This is the type of player I've thought about least so far since we've been here.
Okay.
Is like this sort of skill set. I've been thinking a lot more about the heavier players on the board. So, if we're talking about wide receivers, man. See, like that's problem with DC. There's nobody like a Spider-Man who's got like them sticky hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's a very different. There are very different players here. That being said, man, depends on where I want him. I don't want him there. I want him in a different position. I feel like I have to go a Green Lantern here. Just because of like size wise, I feel like there's 2 that I'm thinking of. Oh, and there's another. I'm finding all these characters. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go with this guy. I don't think he's gonna be. He is not gonna be the best player on their team. In fact, he's not gonna be the best wide receiver.
Okay.
But god damn it is if he's not gonna be a menace.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick Jason Todd, the Red Hood. How do you feel about this?
He's clunky. He's a big boy.
He's big.
When he's the Red Hood, he's
Yeah.
like, dude's jacked.
Yeah, like
He's a little clunky.
clunky. How exactly?
Like,
what do
he's
you mean
built,
by that?
He's built like a linebacker.
Interesting. I guess yeah.
Because you know, like, if you're thinking more agile, you go my boy Dick.
Yeah, I have other
you
places
wanted
in
to-
mind for different Robins.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, cool. Okay,
I just had him more on the defensive side of the ball. You know, because Todd's aggressive.
that's fair. Listen. Oh, okay. Can I have another one that
Okay.
I think I've got.
Okay.
Elongated Man, or or Plastic Man.
You see, yeah.
They can
you
stretch.
could. I know, but I had him at safety.
Safety. There's a lot of players we can put at safety though.
There is.
There's a lot of players we can put at safety.
We can put him
had
as
this
wide
problem
receiver.
last time because we got to wide receiver pretty
I
late in the
know.
game and we couldn't find anybody to put at wide receiver.
We can go and we can go.
I think we need like a good wide receiver to start off.
I'm literally looking at elongated man right now. I was like, I'm hoping he doesn't.
There's some other
You're
safety picks we could
Yeah,
take.
we can
really
go.
is.
We can go elongated man. You go to elongated
I'm-
over plastic. It's the
I'm
same.
trying to think. No, they're different.
Elongated man.
Plastic Man is now. See, Plastic Man is more of a character, like
But-
more of a jokester.
Oh,
Um,
elongated man was in the Flash show.
Yes, he's like a private detective, whereas Plastic Man was like a villain who got chemicals poured on him, and now he's a Justice Leaguer. I will say, if you ever read the Injustice comics, he's awesome in that. He literally gets his son out of prison and escapes all of the superheroes and villains. Just like goes right into the prison and under the radar. Same kind of skill set. So I personally pick Plastic Man.
Okay.
I just think he's in better stories. He's more of a character than Elongated
But both
Man
are
is.
on the board.
Yeah.
Imagine both of them at safety. All right. Cool.
Man.
Okay. I've got
Okay.
wide receiver.
Oh, why is here right back to it?
Back.
Okay.
Right back to it.
Wide receiver's tough, man.
Wide receiver is
If
tough.
there's something I've learned in this, it's that wide receiver is the toughest position I think to pick.
Give me.
I mean, yeah, there's some menaces we could throw on defense for Joker. Absolutely. menaces.
Yeah. I've got some. So we've got Plastic Man as our one receiver, as one of our receivers.
Yeah. We could use this guy, but I wanted to use him in a different position.
Give me. Man, I'm torn. I think I
Okay.
want a Robin.
You do want a Robin here?
I think so.
I feel like this is probably one of the Robins is probably better suited.
one of them.
Yeah.
One of them out of the three receivers probably has to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
Robin. I'm thinking Damien
Okay.
because I think I want. I'll just be.
Be
I'm not gonna,
blunt. Be blunt.
Yeah, I think I want Dick at corner,
Yeah.
one of the corners, and they can even guard each other. And I think I want Damien at slot.
I'm okay with this. I was thinking Damien would be a better defensive guy
Just because he's so aggressive.
because he's just aggressive and he's gonna trash talk you like a cornerback would.
Yeah,
He's gonna sit there and just
Just
bark
Dick-
in your ear.
Dick, great. Like Nightwing, just gives me the like he's just so technical.
Yes, no, I agree completely.
He's like great form.
I agree.
He's gonna be a shutdown
Believe me,
guy.
I threw around the idea of doing just an all Robin safe secondary.
Hey, that could have
it
gone
would
crazy.
kind of go crazy.
But also it's like because they are just human.
Yes, they are just human.
So it's like to match the physicality.
This really is a heart type of thing.
It's like
These are heart picks.
Yeah, but like that's why you only maybe do one.
Yeah, it's fair. That's fair.
So I think I'm gonna put Damian Wayne
At wide
at
receiver.
slot.
Okay.
Because why? I mean, I guess they both do. They both trash talk, both DBs and wide
Yeah.
receivers.
I do
Depends on
think
who.
knowing who we have as our wide receivers right now, we're probably going to be a more Ravens heavy offense. And I do
Yeah.
think we need one more powerful
Physical.
person
I agree.
as the X, I would say.
I'm thinking Damien's your
Sure, no, I love it.
your Chris Godwin.
Yeah, I love it.
your Lad McConkey.
I love it.
your
Mm.
your slot guys. gonna get you quick routes.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
All right, you've got left guard.
Okay, good. We're back on the line. This is perfect. All right. So I told you some of my guard picks I want.
Left guard is most likely going to be dealing with.
Going to be dealing with Doomsday.
Yeah.
This is why I want the anti-monitor here.
Okay.
I want him in this spot. I just think we need something. We need something to withstand the tide of what Doomsday could be.
What are his physical feats?
You want to look up his size?
Yeah.
It's pretty insane. He's a large dude.
But I know he has like cosmic power, right?
So Anti-Monitor was the character who brought upon the Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yes.
He's basically the one who tried to end the multiverse. In a more recent comic, called the Dark Side War, it was actually really good. He basically went toe to toe with Darkseid, in terms of like prowess, in terms of killing him, in terms of matching him strength for strength, power for power. It was just a really awesome story. He has been.
Is he in the Flash series at the end?
Yes, but that's a very different version. There's been that's a different version of the character.
Okay.
Where so before Anti-Monitor was Anti-Monitor, he does have like a backstory of being an actual like person. I can't remember his name right now off the top of my head, but he is like one of the original beings in the universe. But I just think power-wise, like he's going to be able to match up against a Doomsday.
Okay.
And
Let's do it.
strength-wise, he's going to be able to do it.
Let's do it. I'm gonna roll the next one. Oh man, I got linebacker. So I'm responsible for both of our linebackers.
You really are picking both linebackers here.
Oh man.
I'll present to you some ideas that I was thinking, but there's a lot of players we could pick for linebackers. There really is. There's a lot that pick that like that persona type, that skill type, that size type.
Hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. Zod.
It's literally what I was gonna say. Let's end the conversation
Let's
right
go.
there. Literally what I was gonna say.
Let's go.
There's a lot of characters you go with this. The reason I like Zod is the smarts,
yeah.
along with the physical,
Very
and he can really become an animal. He really
Yeah.
can. But he's like a tactical animal.
Yeah.
That's scary.
That is very scary.
I like it a lot.
Him and Wonder Woman
Yeah,
in the
no, I
middle.
like it.
That's
See,
crazy.
I only really had one other pick for that, but I'm glad we didn't do that because I want to put him at a different position.
Okay. Cool. Cool. We're good. Okay. OC, offensive coordinator. Who is picking our offensive plays? I've got a character. I think this is the only
It's
really.
me?
Yeah. It's the only option, but I'm curious.
I
to
think
see.
I'm going to surprise you with my pick, and I think I know who you want to pick, but I want to go John Constantine here.
Interesting.
So, in almost any story John Constantine is in, a lot of the plot is revolved around how does he get out of the sticky situation and him basically outwitting something in his favor. And so my thought process with John is because I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking Batman.
No, I'm not.
Were you not?
No.
Okay. So I'm willing to hear your character who you got. The reason I'm thinking John, though, is because like literally every story arc he's ever in, he's like having to outwit the demon that's ending the world or that's about to take his soul.
Yeah.
And somehow he always gets out of it. He's just a schemer.
Yeah.
So like I'm gonna trust him to draw up plays that he can see things ahead that I can't.
Yeah.
As a head coach, I'm gonna trust him to do that.
Interesting.
That's my play with John. It's a weird pick.
It is
but
weird.
I'm trying to think of like in terms of intelligent people in the DC universe, he's up there just because of how he can just get out of situations.
It thinks on the fly.
He thinks on the fly. He's quick on the fly.
That's not
He's gonna be able to adjust.
I'm just gonna say this character, and
Yes.
if you don't like it, then you can stick with your Constantine.
Okay.
I was thinking Brainiac,
Ooh, that's tough. Brainiac is tough.
like OC.
Can I present you a problem with Brainiac though?
Okay.
If it gets off script, is it going to be a problem for him?
Probably.
Because again, think of all the Brainiac stories you think of.
But
The moment they start introducing a little bit of chaos into his order, he breaks down.
what does he have on the other side of the ball? pure chaos.
We have to have some order to the
that's
coaching
what
room.
he is.
We can only have so much chaos in the coaching room.
I know, but that's what Brainiac is. He is literally a by
You're
the
saying
book
he's
order.
like literally
I'm saying
by the book. Okay, but can I
I'm saying the
ask you
other
this?
side of the ball when things get out of control and maybe
Yeah.
he's breaking down.
Yeah.
He's got a defensive coordinator that is, who knows what he's gonna send to help compensate for him.
I feel
And
like
then-
we're playing really risky ball here.
And then the head coach, who I have in mind.
Is there going to be a head coach that can control these two?
Oh yeah. But that's just my proposition. If you want to stay Constantine, you definitely can. He just seems like someone who's gonna get us into problems when he's trying to get too tricky.
That's fair. He could get a little tricky Ben Johnson style.
Yes.
Like a little too tricky.
A little calling a trick play when
agree
you're
with
already
that.
down a touchdown.
I agree with that. I'm just really worried about Brainiac. The only thing I'm really worried about Brainiac and Joker tandem is Joker on one side of things is going to be so chaotic. He may not care what the head coach is telling him to do. He's just going to keep calling the plays he wants to call, even if it's not
Stop
working in the
calling
script.
cover zero.
No. Go get him. Go get him.
We almost got him.
And then Brainiac is like, if the game gets too out of hand, like off his script, is he going to be able to make the adjustments?
But he's going to calculate
it.
so many different things.
Yeah, but the problem with Brainiac is like that literally like every recent story of Brainiac has been like, all right, like show him how like nature works. Because once he sees that, his brain, like his computer, is just gonna fry because nothing is in order. Like that's like a lot of the Brainiac stories.
But like you gotta also think whoever we get at quarterback, they're gonna be working with him. You know, maybe they call. Now listen, I feel like we have the.
I think it's risky.
We have two, but both are risky. Constantine might get a little too cute. Brainiac, yeah, when things get a little.
I guess this really just depends.
Out of
You
hand.
picked you wanted the more chaotic defense. I've got to pick what offense I want to be running here.
It's true. It's your call. I'm happy with either.
Listen, you presented a very good case. I'm definitely thinking about it. I'm definitely like wobbling back and forth. But I just cannot stress I don't know how volatile this team is going to be with both Joker and Brainiac at the helm in the coordinator room.
But that would probably be the only weakness of this team.
The volatility.
You got to think Marvel's got to play this team. You got to think like
man, bro.
all the other teams we make have
if
to
we're
play
looking
this
at
team.
like our coaches for Marvel, we've got on the
Green Goblin as the
we've got
DC.
Green Goblin and Nick Fury.
Yeah. Order and chaos.
But like Nick is not too much order. Like he'll go off script if he needs to.
Yeah.
I'm just worried Brainiac can't.
But you think Green Goblin, if he's calling against Brainiac?
I think there's a world where this game gets so out of hand because it's just Green Goblin versus Joker, just back and forth.
Green
chaos.
Goblin's like talking to himself.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Green Goblin.
Like
why
the
he's so
field's on
great.
fire and they're trying to play football.
Like that's the thing about Green Goblin. What's so awesome is like first half you can get Norman Osborn, and then you come out of the locker room. And
Oh, man.
the play calling is
Listen,
a flipped 180.
I hear you. I hear your impassioned speech. I'm gonna stick with Constantine.
Okay, I like it because that means we're gonna be throwing some trick plays.
We are. We're gonna be tricky.
Oh,
out
we're
there.
gonna be the Lions,
We're gonna be a little Lions
For
based
sure.
here, but we've got some Ravens talent here on like personnel wise,
which is very interesting. That's
very
an interesting mix.
It is.
Like I don't know how that'll work.
I
but
feel like it could, depending on how our running backs form. We'll see.
yeah, that's gonna be.
Are we gonna have Thunder and Lightning? Or oh my god, I thought of a great tandem. We're not gonna pick them for like a running back duo, but it would just be really funny.
You're gonna say it or no?
Oh, you want me to say it? It's like Hawk and Dove.
Oh yeah. Just because they're a team. Yeah, we're definitely not doing that.
Sonic and Knuckles style.
Speaking of, I got punter.
Punter.
Yeah, our punter.
Okay.
I think punter.
Who's got the leg for you? Who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do the dirty work?
I'm gonna go Deathstroke.
Interesting.
Hear me out.
Okay.
Half the time, I can't tell the difference between Deathstroke and Deadshot. So if I have a kicker and a punter that just look alike, I'm just gonna say, "What did you get out there?"
They're the same damn character.
Oh, are they really?
No, but they are.
But they are. Like, yeah,
they're not, but they are.
they're not. But they like are. They serve the same purpose. For the same, that's why I thought it'd be funny. I was hoping I got kicker and punter.
Oh my
Because I knew
gosh.
kicker, you'd be like, "Oh yeah,
That's
Deadshot."
really funny,
That
actually.
logically makes sense.
That's really funny.
Is it funny enough for you to be like, yeah, let's do it?
I just can't think of another person for kicker and punter. Like, I just really can't.
It also doesn't really matter.
We're not going to be punting the ball.
We have we have Constantine. We're going for it on 4th down.
That's fair. No, yeah, sure. Let's do it. Deathstroke is punter. All right. Who I got?
You've got cornerback.
Quarterback?
Corner. Dude, this wheel is being pretty
They're tickling my nuts, dude.
They're
Give
holding
me who I
running back
want,
for
bro.
us. Or we're holding running
Give
back
me
and
who
quarterback.
I want, bro.
I think we have the same quarterback. And I think we have the same head coach.
I feel like we do.
Maybe not.
Maybe. So who is this cornerback?
Corner. Just a corner. We've already picked one, right?
Yeah, we've got John Storr. I guess we talked about him. We might as well just put him here.
Okay.
I will say I'm a little worried that we're getting a little too human based.
I agree.
We
do
don't
you have
have-
another? Do you have a?
I'm so like I've got guys over here that definitely could be like. Okay, no, I've got one. I'm trying to think if I want this character anywhere else. Oh no, see, I kind of wanted him somewhere else. He was kind of an apex predator. I wanted somewhere else. Cornerback. This is gonna. I mean, let's think of the guy we have. So we got 3 cornerbacks, right? So he's either
Yeah.
gonna be guarding like a Damian Wayne type, or
Yeah.
okay, I've got it.
Okay.
He's a menace.
Okay.
He's gonna fit in perfectly with this team.
Okay.
The reverse flash.
Interesting. Menace.
Menace.
Interesting.
He's just got the speed. We don't have a lot of
For
speed on
sure.
defense right now. Like we
But-
do, but like we don't.
But he feels like the type that's going to run the route for you. But then if the wide receiver, and breaks, you know, he's over there.
You
But
don't think he's. Oh yeah, but it doesn't
but
matter.
But he's fast enough
he
to
can
get
He
back.
can catch up the ground.
Interesting.
Because like I want. We're gonna get. It's weird. Like because we could put a lot of flashes on the board. I'm trying to restrain ourselves
yeah,
from
we
putting
should.
like too many flashes, too many Robins like on the board.
For sure.
But I think this is. I didn't have this guy in mind at first, but I think he could work well with the speed aspect. If you need him to guard a little trickster like Damian, he can if he gets switched onto him for some reason. But also he can guard somebody a little bit more.
Yeah, the thing about flashes, they're so broken.
They are.
So it's like,
They're really broken. So what the way I
do
think
we want 2 flashes? Because if we're going to put a flash on the board, you know it has to be flash.
yes. The way I think about the Flash when it comes to power set is like he can use speed. I don't think he can tap into it's weird because he's always tapping into the speed force to
Yeah.
run. But like there's a limit between like running to a physical extent for like Quicksilver versus like he's tapping into the speed force to just be unbeatable.
Hear me out on this, just to make it like round out.
Yeah.
If we have reverse flash on the corner, do we need to put flash on the
Yeah,
receiver?
on the receiver,
guard each other?
no, but I have Flash somewhere on the offense.
Okay.
We can argue whether he needs to be a receiver or not. I'm
Yeah.
fine with that. I think I have a pretty good receiver pick,
Okay.
but I'm okay with saying that.
To counter him.
If we want to do that,
so they guard each other.
and honestly kind of just makes sense too.
But then again, they're not
listen,
playing each other.
Listen, if we're going to be honest, the only other spot Flash could really fit in is running back.
Yeah.
Do we want that OP of a running back?
You know, but think about this, because they're going to be playing other IP.
Yeah.
So it's like reverse flash is not guarding flash necessarily.
That's
He's
what
going
I'm
to have to
that-
guard.
Yeah, and that's why like I'm okay with not putting Flash at the wide receiver position.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if we come up against some other guys with some speed on the outside, like we got no problem.
But it's like, can anybody ever guard flash?
I know
at running back?
it's hard to listen. The Flash characters are the hardest things because like
yeah, they're really broken.
realistically, he's gonna jump every route he can. It's not gonna matter.
Yeah.
So, but I think we can kind of limit the Flash powers a little.
But
bit.
also, yeah, especially if you put someone that flies.
yeah,
Can't fly.
he can't fly. It's just true.
Jump.
He's gonna have to. We're gonna have to switch John on to whoever can't fly or on whoever can fly.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to make it like so overpowered, but like I like having a reverse flash.
I mean, right now on Marvel, we have one wide receiver that can't fly.
Who?
The Spider-Man.
Okay.
So like there will be a matchup for him.
Yeah, but like, what is Spider-Man gonna do on a reverse flash?
It's reverse flash. So I mean, do we just have to take the flashes off the board? Are they too
I
powerful?
really like want to refrain from doing that.
But like I don't really see a logical reasoning where we can say they can be on the team.
Where anybody could do anything about them.
It's legitimately like we'd have to.
You're seeing a dilemma happen live.
This is a problem. We'd have to set a very specific power limit.
Like they have to hit a certain speed, and
Like,
they can't
are
go
we
over
saying
it.
they can only go as far as like a Quicksilver can go? Because Quicksilver is limited based on. He's still kind of a problem too. Did we put Quicksilver on the last
we
one?
actually didn't.
We actually no. We withheld ourselves from putting Quicksilver.
We
anywhere.
talked about it and we shot it down.
I think Speedster. It's too impossible of a physical prowess.
Yeah.
Because like strength can go strength for strength.
Yeah.
There's definitely stronger characters, but strength to strength can kind of go. Speed is tough, man.
Yeah.
I think we may have to eliminate this character.
Yeah. Let's do it. And I know Flash is like
That sucks.
he's one of your favorite characters of all time.
Yeah, it sucks.
Listen, by all means, I am trying to find every way
I
to
really am.
avoid
I
doing
really
that.
am.
It's just across all IP.
No,
Like, what if we do a Lord of the Rings? Who the hell's going?
I know. I just can't. Who's going up against Flash?
They're just hobbits, bro.
Yeah. Not Frodo, bro.
Yeah, Bilbo's.
God dang it, bro.
That sucks.
We got to take him out, I guess. Okay, I guess I need another cornerback then.
Yeah.
Man, I don't. Cornerback is tough.
I've got a
too.
decent one.
Do you got one? I'll let you. I'll let you submit
Just
somebody.
weigh in.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw this guy out there. I think he'd be pretty. He's feral.
Okay.
He's aggressive and agile.
Okay.
Weasel.
Is Weasel going to be able to lock in enough though to
I
guard
don't know.
somebody?
His eyes are gonna be everywhere. But
Oh god
but
dang it, bro.
as we saw in Creature
Oh,
Commandos, he can be trained. He's like a dog.
Okay, what about
Look, buddy, ball.
he's gonna run after the quarterback instead and leave his man open.
Maybe.
Okay, counterpoint. Same
It
team.
was just a joke. Okay.
Same team. Bride?
You feel like she's too clunky?
I don't
She's
know.
a bruiser.
I guess I don't.
Ah.
Really, she's not really agile.
She's a
enough, is she,
bruiser.
To like, to
That's why Weasel's like, got the ooh. He's got the moves.
Sure. Oh man, cornerback is tough.
To be fair, we only need one really good one. So
Listen, we talked about this earlier. Let's just do it. Let's just put Dick Grayson at cornerback.
okay,
Let's just do it.
All right.
We'll loop back around to this. It's a
Okay.
problem for another time.
yeah, and he can be third corner.
He can guard his brother. I don't care.
Yeah. So Nightwing, go. All right, that took us a while, but we had a very big dilemma.
That was a huge dilemma.
Okay, I've got a pick for this.
Okay.
Left tackle.
Okay.
This is the most important. It protects the quarterback's blind side, right?
yeah.
So if a quarterback drops back
Mm-hmm.
and he's right-handed, his left side, he's not going to see
Yes.
the pressure.
Yes.
I want Swamp Thing here.
Yeah, I agree. This is where I pictured Swamp Thing to
Yeah.
begin with. I think Swamp Thing.
That's
needs
why
to be
you
here.
mentioned it earlier, and I was like, I want him at left tackle.
It's like it's also too. You got to think he can feel the ground and where you are at all times.
Yeah.
So like if by some miracle of God you get around him, he can either throw up something else,
Yeah.
or he can he can see where you are and you stop that. And some I just
Yeah.
think he's versatile in that pick.
He is. And then, like, I was worried about his footwork, but the fact that he is the ground,
He is.
he can just slide.
Yeah, he literally just slides.
He can just slide.
like he's
he
mobile.
can glide.
Yeah.
So I like him at left tackle. All right, your pick. Okay, left end. Defensive end.
All right, so we've got a lot of good defensive ends we can kind of roll through here. Left end. So who do we have at right tackle right now? We've got Giganta.
Giganta.
All right, so I've got the perfect person, I think.
Okay.
I think he needs to be here, like on the line.
Okay.
I can picture him elsewhere. I can be convinced of him elsewhere.
Okay.
But if I'm picturing someone to go up against Giganta, I think Lobo would be a dog.
Bro, I didn't even. Lobo's not even on my list.
I think. Listen,
Oh my god.
hear me out on Lobo. He's your chaotic energy that you really need on that defensive line.
that I really want.
It's
on
you
my
want
team.
on your defensive line. Also,
Lobo.
I think he's kind of sexist.
Oh, he might be.
He's kind of like, oh hey, sweetie, like, oh hey, honey,
I degrade
let
women.
me take you back. Yeah, like he's gonna degrade Giganta the entire time.
Oh no.
But that's what we need.
Yeah, but he's not always playing Giganta. Yeah,
I agree, but like
either way, still
but
great
power
pick.
set wise too, like
He's a
he's
beast.
strong enough and agile enough to like
Yeah.
take blows to blows with Superman. So like he can, if you're telling him to go after the quarterback, like he's gonna
He's
be
a
able to
beast.
get there.
Hey, bounty on the quarterback.
Yep. Come on. Come
Did I
on.
just unlock him?
Come on,
I
son.
unlocked his potential.
Come on, son.
Joker wasn't getting through to him, and I had to come down from the front office and say, "Hey, Lobo, bounty on the quarterback."
No. Yeah, I think this is where we
Dude,
need
I
him.
didn't even have him on my list,
Yeah.
bro. How did I not have Lobo?
I don't know, but he's an animal, and we need him somewhere. Only other position
Wow.
I like maybe saw him being was like a hard hitting safety. But I think he's
but I
better
think he's
suited
better
on
at
the
end.
on the line.
Because he's also like he's
He's
built.
burly.
He's burly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I like that.
Next.
Okay, I've got the last corner.
Okay.
This is tough.
Yeah, this is tough. I've got somebody for this, but I would really like him to go elsewhere.
Okay.
Okay.
I actually got somebody. Blue
Okay.
Beetle.
Okay.
Agile.
Okay.
Suit can compensate. He can fly
He
if
can
needed.
compensate some strength and he can fly. I don't
Now-
hate this.
So he can't like use his suit to like what do we say, like make a net or
So
anything?
yeah,
Like,
so okay, we did say technological prowess. Technically his suit is all technology.
Yeah.
So
It's alien
technically
tech,
speaking,
yeah.
he can use his tech however he really needs to.
which I think the
Needs to be-
corners need that buff.
They really do.
They need that buff.
They do need that buff because we've got some insane wide receivers.
Yeah.
I'm sure on other teams that we're going to be going for.
Yeah,
so
they need that buff. So
Yeah,
I'm good.
I'm good with that.
All right. Your pick is going to be running back.
Oh, we're here. This is tough now that Flash is off the board because Flash is
This is.
obviously just like the easy freaking answer.
This is. I gotta suggest. These are ones where like I gotta bring a couple to the table. You do,
Yeah.
but you have the pick.
We really do got to decide here. This is gonna get dicey.
I've got 2.
Okay, you got 2.
3.
Yeah, I can't use running back. Again. Oh man, see, we didn't get to use this guy yet. We're gonna miss out on some really good
We
players.
are.
We really are. Like
We are.
seriously, it's gonna be pretty rough. Running back, man. This is tough. Cause like I feel like, what kind of running back do I want? Do I want a bruiser or do I want somebody who's going to be shifty at tech? Do I want a Gibbs or do I want a Montgomery? Is really the question here. I see, like I want him elsewhere. And again, I'm running into the problem of how many Kryptonians do I actually want on the field at one time? We've already got Zod. We're for sure going to go Superman.
I've got another person. All right, you want me? I mean,
yeah, throw out some suggestions here.
I was thinking. Let me go back to my list. I'm just gonna name a few. Okay.
Okay.
Black Adam,
I was thinking him. Okay.
Black Lightning.
I was thinking Static Shock as well
Okay.
with Black Lightning. Yeah.
I went to some Kryptonians. I think, like, it's the thing about Kryptonians where it's like you can have a few more than you could like Flashes is because
Yeah.
like really we're eliminating all of their like laser beams and all that. It's
Yeah.
really just like physical power.
It is.
And that can be matched across IP.
So I'm thinking.
So Superboy.
Okay.
Superboy. Another one I saw, Booster Gold.
I thought about it. I just don't think he's got enough.
Okay.
I think he can do it, but at a high level, I'm just
I
not
was
sure.
trying to read his abilities.
It's a lot of tech stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of futuristic tech.
Insanely rich.
Yeah, fair. Maybe he
but
can
he's
be
got-
like our.
He's got super strength, super height, super hearing, super sight, time manipulation. What obviously you don't have to do that's too much. Force field,
okay.
gadgets,
He's got a little more in the bag than I thought.
invulnerability, levitation.
He's
power
definitely
suit.
got more in the bag than I anticipated.
So he's got
I kind of like the sight thing. He's got the vision.
the vision,
line
see the
through
hole.
through the hole. I'm a little worried about Superboy just because I feel like he's a little bit too much. Just try and smash my head into the middle
He's
of
a
the
power
line
back.
too many times.
He's a power back for
And it's
sure.
like he's not going to see those gaps.
Yeah. I would say
I
from
like
what
the
I've
Black
named,
Adam pick.
Black Adam, Booster, Superboy. I think those are the three.
Yeah, and then you named Static, and I named Static, and you named Black Lightning. I just don't think Black Lightning has enough physical prowess to play the position that we need. Static at least can float around. He's shifty. He can get on the manhole. He can move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Black Lightning, he just kind of he's just shocking you.
He just shocks. Yeah.
You know. So,
I thought he had physical.
I honestly, let's get crazy here. I like the Booster Gold pick.
Okay.
Why not just be weird? Let's be weird.
Yeah, we could pick Superboy.
Yeah.
But why not Booster Gold?
Yeah. Does this
And
mean we
isn't
might
he
miss out on Black
charismatic?
Adam somewhere else?
Isn't
yes.
he? He's very
but
charismatic.
He's very charismatic. Yeah.
And that's fun.
Yeah. Are we making the wrong pick?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's running back, right?
Yeah.
Who'd we?
Oh, what about? Hold on. Before we do that,
Okay.
Martian Manhunter.
I want him somewhere else.
Okay.
Do we pick a
Wow,
cornerback
we're
three?
good.
Do we pick a cornerback 3?
Yes.
Who was
Blue
it?
Beetle. Blue Beetle,
Beetle.
John Stewart, and
Yeah.
Dick Grayson. Wow, we're gonna miss out on some really good players
I
here.
mean, there's some really good. We might have to do. Can we retcon some of these picks
I
if
don't
we
know.
have to?
I don't know. Maybe.
We might not have enough strength on the field for
I know.
defense.
I know.
Doomsday's a doom wrecker in the middle, but
Well, he's our star.
and we
He-
set up quite the line to block him though,
Yeah.
and we haven't even gotten to center.
We've got strong safety. Or I've got strong safety.
Okay.
Here, got to be agile, but
Yeah.
also I need you to be able to hit.
Yeah.
You got to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Because of how our picks have been going with the line, I
Mhm.
don't think I originally wanted this guy on the line,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think that's going to work. But that's okay because he's so versatile. He can go here.
Okay.
Beast Boy.
Interesting.
Imagine. Hear me out.
Okay.
His whole power, everything about his power is physical.
Mm-hmm.
He's just shape-shifting.
Yeah.
The play happens. He's like a cheetah.
Yeah.
Going around the field. Super
Mhm,
fast. Super
mhm.
fast. Pass happens. Oh, no. Dick Grayson got beat over top. Oh, it's right into the hands of, who do we have? Plastic Man.
Mm.
Okay? Coming across the field is Beast Boy as a cheetah. Lunges at him. Shapeshifts into a gorilla, a silverback.
Yeah.
Hits him like a truck. You see the vision?
I see it. I'm just a little worried about the power set.
What do you do?
I'm just worried we need more than just animals to get this done. There's going to be some powerful opponents on the offense. And we're relying a lot on Green Lantern right now. The linebackers are heavy. They're set.
I just don't know
Can
else.
I present to you some absolute maniacs?
Sure.
And they're going to be some deep cuts, so I'm going to need you to pull together with me here.
Okay.
One of them is Orion. Orion is a new god, and he's technically Darkseid's son. But he lives on the good new god planet.
The good.
But he is so he's the High Father's son technically. And he is what I can be described as he's like a Harrison Smith type. He's smart, but also he gets a little bit too much in his head where he will just charge first in and he'll pop you. If that doesn't float your boat, that's okay. I understand.
That's a really deep cut.
It's a really deep cut. My other cut is the man who rhymes a lot. And he is quite literally a demon. Mr. Etrigan. Now look up a picture of Etrigan. If you don't know Etrigan is quite literally a demon from hell. And he is
I remember him.
He is an absolute menace. I kind of wanted him more at the linebacker position, but we just found some excellent linebacker picks.
Yeah.
Etrigan is he's prowess wise, he can hold up
Isn't he with
pretty well.
Constantine?
He does a lot of stories with Constantine. He kind of floats around. He's more a magical character for sure.
Okay.
But when he says his little poem, he rises into the demon Etrigan. And Etrigan is just a menace. He's just I'm going to pop you and I'm going to kill you type. And I'm going to rip you apart. And sometimes that gets in his way, but he is also physically wise, going to be able to do more than a silverback gorilla.
But is he agile enough?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the thing about him. Like he's kind of like short and stout, and he's just a quick moving demon, and he just hits you hard. His sword also is on fire, so
I don't think
that ball comes through him. He just
yeah.
cuts in half. Listen, I know there's some deep cuts for you. I also suggest Black Adam. I do think if we're missing Black Adam somewhere on the field, that would be kind of tough, just because of his physical strength. I'm okay if you want to stick with Beast Boy just because of the creativity of it. I am just a little bit worried about Beast Boy. I'm worried about our defense being a little bit lacking on the power sets of things. Because we've got Doomsday, we've got Wonder Woman, and just an all-star linebacker cast, really. I guess we got Wonder Woman and Zod, so that definitely helps. We got Wonder Woman, Zod, Lobo, Doomsday. So, okay, so we're not as much. I guess more the secondary is what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
We've got Jon Stewart, we've got Blue Beetle, and we've got Dick Grayson right now. I love Dick Grayson. He may be a little bit of a liability, but that's okay. So what are your thoughts from my characters represented? I'm totally okay if you want to stick with Beast Boy.
I just don't know anything about these characters.
Man, I wish you did because you would love Etrigan. You'd love Orion too.
Then let's do Etrigan as a strong safety.
Orion's the guy who he's gonna backmouth somebody and you're gonna be like.
I just feel like Orion reminds me of who Harry Styles is supposed to play in Marvel.
Oh, not at all. Completely different. Completely different.
I heard.
He's a hard-nosed guy versus Harry Styles' character is very flamboyant. Is the word. So who are you going with? This is the strong safety?
Yeah,
Who you going
strong
with?
safety. Let's do Orion. Let's do Orion.
You do want to do Orion?
Yeah, we'll do
Wow.
Orion.
Orion with the out of left
Which,
field.
if anybody is listening knows who this is, I mean, good on you.
With the out of left field.
I have no idea.
I just think he's a punk who's gonna pop people in the middle. He's
Which
strong
is
enough
what
to.
I like.
He's strong enough to. He's Darkseid's kid.
Yeah, that base power has got to be.
So like
pretty
strength wise, he's got some stuff. He's got tech too, which helps him float around.
Well, that's
and
what I'm
fly.
saying. This was saying that his base power is.
Yeah, I don't
is-
think Etrigan can fly, so that would be something in Etrigan's.
Orion can.
Yeah, he's got the little tech suit that he flies around in.
I see that.
Yeah.
It's saying raw strength. The two are evenly matched with Darkseid and Orion. So
He's pretty powerful. He's a strong dude. He really is. He's a new god, so they OP'd them a little bit too much.
cool. All right. Oh, I gotta go next. We're getting down to the
We are.
nitties.
We really
Center.
Okay, I've got a case for this one.
I know.
Go. Is it me?
Yeah.
Excellent. I want the baddest motherfucker in the universe, bro. I want Darkseid as my center.
You want Darkseid there?
Just think about this. Physically wise, I mean, what the fuck are you doing against him?
Anti-Monitor and Darkseid.
That's a tough tandem to get through. Second wise, he is smart enough to call out anything the defense is doing.
Yeah,
He's very tactical.
Yeah,
So he is your Jason Kelsey.
yeah.
And he's there to and you don't need to double team Doomsday now. One of those two can take on Doomsday.
Yeah.
If he's on the other side of the anti-monitor, Darkseid's got him. But if he's not, pass him off the anti-monitor, depending on what's going on in the movement and the linebackers and such, and you got some stuff to hold the ground.
Okay.
It's definitely weird because like you wouldn't think Darkseid is like an offensive lineman, but like I don't know where else he would go,
Yeah.
and we
Okay.
can't not have him on the field.
No, for sure.
We can't.
For sure. Yeah, mostly because why I like him here is because in other IP, we really beef up the D-line.
Yes.
The D-line always has the OP people.
Yeah, it was pretty tough to.
I'm pretty sure Marvel read their D-line.
It's heavy D line. It's Venom, Thing, Hulk, and the weak link M'Baku.
I am M'Baku's a little
But
weak.
our offensive
But
line,
Giganta and
yeah,
M'Baku,
I
is
mean,
that matchup's
yeah, that
gonna
matchup's
go crazy.
gonna be absolutely insane.
And Hulk
Yeah,
and Darkseid,
yeah, dude. I mean, that's a good
good.
matchup.
and then
Venom and Swamp Thing on the left side. I mean, dude,
yeah, Venom and Swamp Thing.
that's
That'll
gonna-
be interesting.
That's gonna be interesting to line up.
Oh, who's the other Thing? Thing is
Thing's the thick boy in the middle.
Yeah.
He's a thick boy in the middle.
All right. Okay, cool. We'll do it.
I'm glad I didn't have to argue that one. I thought I was gonna have to give a case on Darkseid.
No,
I thought I was gonna-
no. I've got D tackle too.
Okay.
So I am Okay, I've got two people, and I think I'm leaning towards one, but I want to present both.
Okay.
And then if you have anybody else,
Okay.
I've got Bane
Okay.
because this is the second D tackle. So obviously we've got he's pass rushing next to
Yeah.
Doomsday, and then
Yeah.
I've got King Shark.
Interesting. Okay. I like the King Shark pick. He's bigger.
Yeah,
I like the bigger aspect of it.
yeah,
I do think Bane would be a little bit better on the outside.
he's big boy.
Yeah, I don't hate these picks.
I was thinking if you've got anybody else.
I've got probably another
Okay, go ahead.
another small deep cut for you.
Okay.
He is a Superman rogue.
Okay.
His name's Mongol.
I gotta look that
He
up.
is the pilot of the War World, and he can go toe to toe with Superman, strength wise. He's not the smartest, but he's big, and he could at least strength wise put up some fight against like Anti-Monitor and Darkseid. But yeah, he's pretty large. Like this is him next to Wonder Woman and Batman. So he's got some beef on him. Like I said, he owns the War World. You remember Young Justice?
Yeah.
They eventually bring the War World into Young Justice.
Yeah.
He basically drives that thing around the universe. My other pick, less powerful, kind of along the Bane lines, is Grodd. Gorilla Grodd.
Oh, Gorilla Grodd. Yeah.
But like, he's just a gorilla. So
So
I just don't know if he I don't know if he's got enough to kick around.
I appreciate, and I don't know our fans how well versed in DC they are. I appreciate your deep cuts, but I'm gonna stick with a little bit more mainstream.
That's okay
for this pick.
I'm okay with that.
And I'm gonna go King Shark.
Okay.
For our defensive tackle 2.
Yeah.
I'm looking at. I wanted to read his his strength, power, like how strong he is. King Shark is evenly matched with Lobo in terms of physical strength.
Okay, cool. I didn't know that. I didn't realize he was that strong.
He can withstand with his durability. He can withstand the pressures of the deep ocean, which is about 1,086 pounds per square.
Yeah. Okay, that's good stuff.
He can take punches from Aquaman without any damage. He can withstand Etrigan's Hellfire.
Oh, okay. That's like magical. So that's crazy.
And then he can swim around 200 miles per hour, but obviously he's
shit.
not in water. He's got superhuman stamina, enhanced hearing, regeneration.
Okay.
He can land punches that are strong enough to even hurt Aquaman.
Okay. I'm good with this.
Big boy.
I like this.
He can easily lift objects that weigh over 100 tons.
He's a run stuffer.
Oh,
he really is. Which, by the way, I thought of another running back. We'll swoop around to the end here. I want to get your opinions on him when we get to it. But
okay. So I like King Shark. He was in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
A little bit more mainstream.
No, I like
more
it.
commonly
I like
known.
it. I know. I actually like it a lot.
So we'll go King Shark.
He wasn't even on my board. I'd completely forgot about King Shark.
All right. It's time.
Okay.
I don't think this is much of a debate. If I have a veto, I'll use it here. If you don't pick this person, but quarterback, your pick.
Should we go on 3, 2, 1?
Yeah.
Right.
3, 2, 1. Superman.
Okay, cool. I was glad that was easy. I was worried for a tiny second you were gonna say like Batman or something. And I was like,
nah, bro.
I don't know, man.
The one.
Well, so like, yeah, it's got to be.
The
I
one.
mean, we could get cute with Superman and like put him at like.
He could be anywhere.
We could put him really anywhere.
Yeah, you can literally name a position
yeah.
right now. I promise you, he can be
We
there.
could put him really anywhere. It doesn't matter. The
Left
only
tackle, right
question I
tackle.
had for you in terms of quarterback is if we wanted to match Marvel beat for beat, do we want to put like a Green Arrow there? But I don't think Green Arrow technically has the actual like
Accuracy.
almost metahuman accuracy that Hawkeye has.
Yeah.
So I think Superman's the right pick here.
Come on, bro.
We don't need to.
He's Josh Allen.
That's what I was thinking.
He
He's
can
literally just Josh
put
Allen.
Put it on the money. He can run. Okay, he scrambles.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, Wonder Woman's out there. He can run
No
through her.
biggie. No biggie.
Zod's out there.
No biggie.
That's fine.
He really is. He's a Josh Allen type. He's just a utility knife. Of all kinds.
He does everything. He does everything really well.
Yeah, I'm good at this.
Okay, interesting. I got head coach. This is hard. This is really
Is
hard.
it?
Yeah,
I really don't think it's that hard.
it is. It's hard in this sense.
Our OC is Constantine and DC's Joker.
The instant pick is Batman, right?
It's got to be.
my person I want to bring up and at least just bring him in the conversation is Amanda Waller. Here's why. And this would have been better if our OC was Brainiac. But she is literally in charge of villains.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like her whole thing is like she controls villains. I know she obviously has the detonator thing.
I was about to
in
say,
their neck.
how much are the villains actually listening to her if they don't have the detonator?
Maybe she puts them in the OC and DC. You know, so
I don't
it's
think
like
Joker's gonna care.
She,
Do it, blow it up.
She brings that order to the chaos. She commands that.
I'm just a little worried about her leadership.
But that I'm not saying I'm picking her. I just want I need her to be mentioned. I think
Oh
it's
no,
worth
yeah, no. I
mentioning.
had her on my list as like coaches. I had a couple players I wrote down for coaches, and she was definitely one of them.
That being said, I think there's no way you make a DC football list and Batman is not somewhere.
You gotta put Batman there.
You can't. You can't.
And
it's disgraceful to put him.
You can't put Dick Grayson and not put Batman.
You can't. It's disgraceful to put him as our mascot.
No,
he's got to be our head coach.
That's fair. I do appreciate the Waller thing. I did have her as a coach. I just don't. She's fourth on the depth chart when it comes to coaches for me.
Yeah,
potentially fifth now that you mentioned Brainiac, someone I didn't even consider. So
yeah. It's tough. But
special teams coach maybe.
But she's a strong, independent black woman, and I would have loved to have her on our team. But
the first team in league history to have a black woman as head coach.
That's what I want. Like that's more or less would have been cool. But Batman has to be.
Yeah.
Has to be.
I mean, how
many? Hey, we're down to our final four.
I'm about to say what we got left. We got a safety. We got a wide receiver.
A right guard.
A right guard.
And right end, which is my pick right
now.
Or your pick right now.
I got right end.
Right end. I think we need to pick the guy that's been said. I think I just don't see.
Are you thinking Bane?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
he would just complete this line.
He would.
He's a power rusher where Lobo's more of a speed.
So we'd have Lobo, Doomsday,
King Shark,
and Bane.
That's a nasty D line.
It really is. I do know Bane gets a little bit outclassed when it comes to heavier power sets, but at the same time, like I don't even care. Like I think it's just it's
good to go mainstream.
It's a better mainstream.
And if
pick.
he's the worst person on the D line,
I think we're good. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just do it. Let's do Bane there. Let's not get cute with it.
Okay, right guard.
Right guard. Is it you?
Yes.
So our line right now is at center. We've got Darkseid. At left tackle, we've got Swamp Thing. At left guard, we've got the Anti-Monitor. And then at right tackle, we've got Giganta.
This is tough.
This is just a beefed up line, bro. This is a massive line.
This is tough. I might need some help here.
Okay.
I'm just going to name two people.
Okay.
And then you counter with somebody maybe you're thinking of.
Okay.
Cyborg, bring him back up.
Okay.
A little bit weaker.
Yeah.
Don't love.
Okay.
Clayface?
I was thinking Clayface earlier. He was definitely on my short list of thinking about him.
Like it's I mean he's big.
Yeah.
I don't know as far as like strength. Let me look.
Strength wise, it's not like crazy, I would say. It's definitely not like out of this world. I mean, we could bring back up some
Clayface can grow the size of a building.
Yeah.
He can control his size and density.
Okay.
That could be a winner.
That actually
he has superhuman strength due to his unique cellular structure.
Okay.
Which allows him to change shape, size, and density. Which I think that density part, I think is why this could work.
That's big. Yeah. No, I like that. I like him more than Cyborg. I just don't.
Me too.
I like Cyborg. I just don't know if I can consciously put him anywhere that makes sense.
I agree.
I just don't know.
I agree. I that's why I said Clayface second because I liked him more than Cyborg.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring him back up. Are you cool with Clayface? Because I kind of now that I know he can change his density, I kind of like him.
Right guard.
Imagine him the size of a 3-story building, but also heavier than
as thick as steel.
Yeah. Like imagine that, bro.
Yeah, I'm good with that. All right.
Imagine him with one guy holding off one
Yeah.
rusher, and he just helps out. He just
He
chips
gives a little
to dark
extension, a
side
little extension
just to
on-
help him out a little bit.
No, I like
Um,
this. Okay.
Cool. All right, we've only got 2 left.
Okay.
So you'll take this one. I'll take the next one. And you got free safety.
I was hoping to get wide receiver.
Oh, take wide receiver then.
Are
It's the last.
you
two.
sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't matter.
I want to put Martian here. Martian
Okay.
Manhunter.
I like it.
I just think he's versatile.
Yeah.
And we need somebody with a little bit stronger, faster, higher
Yeah.
abilities on the outside.
And imagine you try to chip him and he just phases through.
Yeah, it's like, no, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He can also stretch.
Oh yeah.
So like he's got that advantage as well.
and he's super strong.
Yeah, he's got a lot of physical advantages.
A lot of physical.
advantages.
I was glad. I know we needed him here. And I
Yeah.
just was wondering where we were gonna get
yeah,
him.
I debated him in that safety spot, but we need him a wide receiver.
Yeah.
We just need him there.
So cool. I like Martian. And then for free safety, I'm just gonna go ahead and put Black Adam.
Yeah, I don't think we can leave Black Adam off.
Yeah.
My only other option at this was like Sinestro, maybe. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like
Without the
it's,
ring.
It's an okay pick. It's not a great pick.
Yeah.
So,
Black Adam just got the physical feats.
Yeah.
Could fly.
Yeah.
Super strong.
Yeah. So I'm totally okay with Black Adam.
Yeah.
playing this
And
position.
then you want to name just a couple players that we didn't really. I mean, that's everybody. That's every position.
I mean, yeah, we definitely got through. I was worried there we weren't going to be able to find.
I
spots
wanted
for some of these players.
There's someone somewhere I wanted Black Canary.
Yeah,
I was kind of thinking of her. I don't know where.
I don't know where
I don't
either,
know why.
man.
I don't know how.
I don't know where either.
Jason Todd, we mentioned. I wanted him somewhere. Ra's al Ghul.
I was trying to figure out where Roz could go. I just couldn't figure out anything.
Figure out a spot.
Aquaman just couldn't really.
I couldn't either because out of water, like
Yeah,
how
I know.
powerful is he? I'd
Well,
have to look it up.
I think he's still very powerful. Like still,
Yeah.
he's very strong.
Very strong.
But I just don't know like what version of Aquaman we getting. We getting like the snooty version from the comics most of the time, or we getting like Jason Momoa's animal type Aquaman? Like what do we? I don't really know.
He's the order. Aquaman is 150 times the human maximum.
Yeah.
Assuming the human max is about 800 pounds, he has a strength of 60 ton. That's pretty good.
Like I said, he's strong. Kilowog from the Green Lantern Corps.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big.
I looked at.
He's a big
boy.
dude. We did skip out on Atom Smasher.
I did. Yeah, I was thinking about Atom Smasher.
We did skip out on Hawk Girl and Hawk Man.
Yeah.
Couldn't really find a spot
Maybe
for Dr.
Hawk-
Fate either.
He's too magical.
He's too magical. So
What is it? Hawkman? What's his name?
yeah, Hawkman, and
He would have
Hawkgirl.
been a good corner.
Yeah, I agree, and I think Hawk Girl even would have been a good corner as well because she's just
Yeah.
aggressive. But I mean, who's our other cornerback right now? We got
Dick.
We got John Stewart.
John Stewart.
So it really does just become a matter of do we want to trade out the two humans that we have, which is Dick Grayson and his brother, both in cornerback and slot. I'm assuming.
Yeah. I mean, we
So-
could put Hawk guy at wide receiver and Hawk girl at corner.
Yeah, like we could definitely do that. I'm okay with keeping this as it is, but I will
Yeah.
say if we wanted to put one of those players in, I also wouldn't mind it. So
Yeah.
Sick. All right, I think that completes everything. We got the head coach, we got the kicker and punter,
Yeah.
got the defensive and offensive coordinators. We are the Fighting Cryptos.
The fighting cryptos.
You could take that in many ways. We could have a little Bitcoin as our logo.
Yeah.
The dog. That's it, actually. You can only buy things at our stadium in cryptocurrency.
Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot.
That's all you can do. Man, just to look up some early matchups,
Okay.
because the only two we've done so far is Marvel and DC.
Yeah.
This DC lineup, this defensive lineup for DC would be a problem, I think, for the offensive
Yeah.
line of the Marvel universe. So just a refresher, we had right guardian at right tackle, a red guardian at right tackle. We had Kingpin at right guard, the Hulkbuster at center. We had Happy Hogan's Hulk thing at left guard, and we had Thanos at left tackle because of the glove, because of the gauntlet.
The right side of that line is
weak.
Struggle.
It is a crucial.
I'm not gonna lie,
problem.
and it's like
That's why we have Thor over there as tight end. He's like really there to chip. He's
trip hard.
Chip hard.
And it's like our quarterback is also Hawkeye, so
Yeah.
he will die on one side.
Lobo is gonna cook on that side.
Who's the right tackle?
Red Guardian.
Red Guardian. He's cooking Red Guardian.
Cooking Red Guardian, bro.
He's cooking Red Guardian. Bro.
Doomsday is probably cooking anyone on that line.
Maybe not Thanos.
Yeah, but he's not. He's on the
I
interior.
know.
You're gonna
I
have to
know.
pull some weird pulls, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be strange.
Because who's on the Bane is on the outside?
Yeah.
Like
like Bane's, he can take care of Bane. Probably put Bane on Red Guardian just to make it okay.
and Lobo and Thanos.
Yeah.
I'll take Thanos on that.
Yeah. So
That's tough though.
that's tough.
Marvel power scaling.
Yeah.
Well, who's the linebackers?
Captain America and Drax.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, the DC linebackers kind of wax them.
Yeah.
kind of wax them.
Okay, so go corners.
Cornerbacks.
Oh
for,
yeah, I love the
For
corners.
Marvel, we had the tandem of Killmonger and Black Panther.
Yeah, that's iconic, bro.
and Winter Soldier as our slot guy.
Yeah.
That's tough. They'd be going up against Martian, Plastic Man, and Damian Wayne.
Yeah, they're
So Damian Wayne on Winter Soldier, that's an interesting matchup. I think that could go either way.
yeah,
Winter Soldier still got some super soldier stuff in him.
for sure.
Plastic Man gonna have to get creative, but that's why he's there.
Yeah.
And then Martian, I mean, you're just not doing anything.
Him and
against
Black
Martian
Panther, that's gonna be a
Mandarin.
matchup.
That's gonna be a matchup.
That's what you're watching
That's
the game
prime
for.
time television.
Yeah.
right there. It really is.
Now he's got Superman getting him the ball.
Yeah, I
Superman
mean,
put that thing on the
you're
on a
probably
rope.
gonna have to shade him with Moon Knight at free safety.
Oh, yeah.
You're just gonna have to. But because Ant-Man's the strong safety, and I don't know if we can shade him with Ant-Man.
You're definitely not throwing it over the top.
no, you're
not
not
on Ant-Man.
no. But Plastic Man, he can get up with Ant-Man.
He could.
He really could.
He could. But
Martian could too. They both can stretch.
yeah.
Hail Marys are gonna be a problem for this team.
But DC definitely power scaling wise probably waxes Marvel.
Offensive line for DC is probably waxing this Marvel defensive line.
You think so?
We got Darkseid in the middle, Anti-Monitor.
Yeah, those two are the cheat code.
That's a cheat code. Swamp Thing on the left tackle. We got Giganto on the right tackle. Who do we put as right guard? Clayface.
That O line is juicy, bro.
Because like
As good as the D line of we made for DC,
it's
that O line is juicy.
yeah, O line is insane.
That O line is juicy.
That O line is like prime '90s Hogs, prime
Bro.
'80s Hogs. Redskins
That O
Hogs.
line is beefy,
It's insane.
bro.
Like I don't know what Hulk is supposed to do by himself because like I don't know what Thing can do.
it's clobbering time.
Maybe against Clayface, you try and match up Clay,
Yeah, for sure.
Clayface, and then
Hulk
M'Baku. I just don't know what you're doing.
Giganta, he can.
Good luck, my friend.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't really have like super strength.
He really doesn't.
He's just there.
This was our first draft, so
Yeah.
obviously we didn't have. anything to
I was
compare
not a big
against.
fan of the M'Baku pick.
I
but
wasn't
I was
either.
outvoted.
No, it was we couldn't do anything because we didn't want to throw a flag
Oh,
on
it's
my
fair.
brother.
That's fair.
But also, I'm not a fan of the Moon Knight pick either,
That's fair.
or the Winter Soldier pick. Really, any of my brother's picks, I'm not a fan of.
And then Venom, I guess against Swamp Thing. That'll be an interesting match.
It would be interesting because the tendrils.
Yeah, because all
And
the
then,
different what do you call that? The like different tentacles coming off their body and stuff like that.
The tendrils and stuff. I think it'd be
So,
interesting.
Yeah, but QB wise, we definitely have a QB advantage.
Yeah, Superman.
I mean, he's accurate though. I'll tell you what, he's gonna. Our defense is gonna have to play some ball, but our defense has got some dogs.
Who are you talking about? Our defense. What do you mean?
DC.
Oh,
We're talking
because-
like right now. We're DC.
Okay.
Like
So you
matchup
think-
wise,
Because you think Hawkeye is.
he can put it anywhere. He really could.
Yeah, just-
Like
Yeah.
he does not need much to put it somewhere.
That's true.
Spider-Man, like that's probably going to be a little bit of an issue for our
Spider-Man's gonna be able to use his webs if he's playing against.
Dick Grayson is at a disadvantage
Oh my God.
because most likely we have to match him up against Spider-Man
Yeah.
because he
that's-
can't fly with the other two.
Yeah. What do we have? Iron Man and
We have Iron Man and Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel
Yeah, it's pretty.
at wide receiver, bro.
And we've got Blue Beetle and John Stewart to guard those two. It's really going to be about the linebacker help and the safety help.
I tell you what, where DC waxes Marvel waxes
Yeah,
DC
I
some
mean,
other spots.
John Stewart will be fine. I think whoever he's on, unless he's on Captain Marvel, that may be a little bit of a mismatch.
Without the ring.
And then honestly though, if John Stewart's on Captain Marvel and Blue Beetle's on Iron Man, that's a problem.
And you have a quarterback that can't miss.
That's a problem.
That D line might get there, but the ball's gonna be
That
out.
being said, we've got some help with Orion and Black Adam in the backfield.
We do.
And then obviously like Wonder Woman and
Oh,
and
yeah.
Zod in the middle.
But
I
our
mean,
running back,
oh,
Icarus,
yeah, he's gonna be. Linebackers can take care of him though.
they can.
Yeah,
They can, but Icarus can get his.
he can. Both of them can quickly move with Icarus as well. Icarus
Yes.
is quick, but they can both move with him.
And then we've got who's our tight end? Thor.
Yeah,
See, Thor's a problem.
Thor's a problem.
Thor's a problem.
Thor's a problem.
And
He's
then you've
gonna
got-
have to help block though. He's going to have to.
He's
help
gonna
block.
have a chip, a late
Yeah.
release, right?
It really is gonna come down to
One of those linebackers have to
Yeah.
take away Thor.
100%.
And Icarus 1-on-1, he's gonna win. He's gonna win his.
We've got the safety help and we've got that extra linebacker to help
do.
with the wide receivers.
We do.
That's what's
And
going
then
in
if
our
you're
favor
helping
right
with
now.
the receivers, don't forget about Icarus. He can fly now.
That's what's going in our favor.
he
right
can
now.
fly, and
So-
he's their Superman.
So
So I don't know. It's
I would say where they have a matchup advantage, it's definitely on the wide receiver.
yep. But
And-
we have the line.
But the line matchup is just impenetrable, bro.
I just don't see how Marvel's defense, although it's gonna be hard for DC's defense to
Yeah.
stop that passing game.
Yeah,
It's gonna be really hard for Marvel's defense to stop just
it is
the
man.
power.
Because like it's weird because like
DC.
Marvel has like a lot of cool power bases. Like it's a lot more diverse, I would say, power bases. But DC is for sure more just like overtly powerful.
Now, if we went comic Marvels, we could
We can maybe juice up some of these
Juice up
positions
some
because
of
we
the
did do MCU specific.
we did it. We
so,
did do
but I
MCU.
kind of like that. I kind of like we have some diversity between the two.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's gonna and honestly, the coaching scheming matchup is gonna be interesting.
dude,
It's gonna be interesting. Green Goblin's got his work cut in for him. He really does
he does.
because that offense is
But
scary.
I think
Our
I think
offense is
when
insane.
Constantine gets comfortable is when the personality switches. That
sure.
that it to me is probably the most slept on
but
trait is that his play calling will quite literally a different playbook
for sure.
when Green Goblin's in control.
But can Josh Allen overcome it?
Yes,
Okay,
because he's Superman.
He's also got an insane X receiver on the outside.
Yeah, and he's also got an O line that just will give him the cleanest pocket.
And when he doesn't have the cleanest pocket,
He will run over.
good
all-
luck.
Yeah,
Good luck.
I love Cap and I love
Oh, they're
Drax.
getting waxed. That's going to be the single biggest advantage.
They
in
don't
this,
even stand
is
a
the
chance.
Superman. Listen, what wins championships?
It's quarterbacks.
It's quarterbacks.
And we need to take that going forward in
Yeah.
our other.
We really do because
We know we got cute Hawkeye.
we did. But like honestly though, like who else are we gonna pick?
We could have a Cap.
But again, versus Superman,
Yeah, but at least
Cap going up the middle on Zod and Wonder Woman. You feel comfortable with that?
Well, I mean, it's not a 2-on-1, but him against Wonder Woman, nah. I don't know who we'd put at
Oh
quarterback.
man, MCU is definitely at a disadvantage. I think the spread is I go 8.5 spread DC.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, DC.
like a solid touchdown field goal.
I think
score.
DC wins. Now, when we get into some of these other IPs, I'm very curious.
Yeah,
Because when we do our our animated one, dude, power scaling for animated
Yeah.
characters is not fair.
it's insane.
So I think we can make an animated.
We can.
We can make an animated team that can rival this DC team.
We can. And I'd say when we do animated, we cannot do any animated superhero products.
That's fair.
I think that's good.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Just because they're on other teams, but still,
Yeah.
there's some animated characters that power scaling is
Yeah.
not right.
All
So,
right. We're gonna get out of here.
Yeah,
That
let's
was
get
good.
outta here,
That was
man.
good long.
It's good fun.
It's good fun.
It's good fun. If you like football and you like nerd stuff, you
Yeah.
probably really like this
If you
episode.
stuck around this long, congrats.
Yeah.
We're so glad you guys came around.
Even if you just like one of the two.
Yeah.
I hope if you are just a football person that you were looking up these characters
Yeah.
as we were describing them.
And I
Because
hope
that's the fun.
if you're a nerd and you were like just starting to get into the DC stuff and you're like learning these characters, we should be seeing a lot of these characters. So
Hopefully.
All right, that's going to do it for us here. We will catch you all probably next week. We're going to have some episodes dropping weekly for the most part. So we'll catch you all next week. Subscribe to the channel, YouTube, TikTok, maybe, Instagram, and listen to us on Spotify.